The presenting sponsor of Real VC is iGuide, fast and accurate 3D tours. Find out more information at upmarket.media/iGuide. Coming to you from the Upmarket studio in beautiful San Buenaventura, California, this is Real VC, a podcast all about Ventura County real estate. My name is Reed Fish. I'm the CEO and a co-founder of Upmarket Media, and I'm here with my amazing co-host, Katie Connolly of Coldwell Banker Realty.
Good afternoon. Yes.
Good. Yes. Hello. Molly Peart's here producing off camera. Hello, Molly.
Hi.
Molly and I, we've been traveling. We just got back from Canada. The other day, we went to a real estate media summit in Canada. We were with a bunch of other real estate media creators for a few days. And Molly, what would you say? Do Canadians like to party?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
I've never had more alcohol in my life, and I don't drink.
Katie had 2 full glasses of wine over a week, so it was crazy.
Katie did?
No, Katie. Yeah, Katie. I've been evenings where there's been more than that, but with Molly did. That was it. But okay, that was fun. We can maybe talk about that more some other time. But Katie, it's well-known fact. Is that you are former Realtor of the Year.
At one time in my life,
exactly. So you're Realtor of the Year emeritus.
Yes.
And, but I mean, this is amazing. We have the reigning Realtor of the Year
in
with
studio
us today, Claudia Navarro of Resource Real Estate. Claudia, just tell me, how does it feel?
It feels amazing. And I hope you keep talking about it every single episode like you do about Katie.
Well, okay. So I obviously I joke around about it, but what is the deal with Realtor of the Year? How do you get it? Who did you have to pay?
Well, I did ask them never to speak of it again, but no, actually it was a very big surprise for me. It was a huge surprise. And Realtor of the Year, like Broker of the Year, is chosen by our associates in, at VCAR. We get a link and we choose, or we vote for who we would
There's a few people
to be
nominated.
Realtor of the Year.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, there are, right? No, I don't
So
think
it's
so.
actually all the past Realtors of the Year get together and we
Oh.
decide.
Oh,
Yes.
Your duties just never end.
It's a very top secret meeting.
Oh,
it's a hard secret
Well,
to
you're
keep.
going to be in
I'll
next year.
included next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Very
Okay.
exciting.
Secrets out of the bag.
Yeah. And so everyone votes on it, but then because you did the most volume, you're the most powerful
it has nothing
realtor?
to do with volume, actually.
It's living the realtor brand. So being a good neighbor, being great to your clients, being great to realtors, being great to media photographers, yes, and volunteering on podcasts.
I have some nominations who won't get Realtor of the Year.
Let's not name drop today.
Can I attend the secret meeting and
And help?
Yeah, and help blackball some people.
May get you kicked out of that meeting.
Yeah, that's fine. So do you have any official duties as Realtor of the Year? You just have to be more realtor-y?
I guess I just have to be more realtor-y, and then next year I hand the baton off to the next one.
Okay. So
That's the
why
best part.
do you think you got it? And this is me. Like on this show, you can hype yourself up a little, and that's kind of what.
Well, I think I got it probably because I am involved with the community a lot. I volunteer. I do have a problem saying no to volunteering. I am a serial volunteer.
Lions Club, right?
I am, yes, I am part of the Hueneme Lions Club. I am president this year for the Women's Council of Realtors. I am on several committees of the
this is a lot already. I'm
You
sorry.
sit on the board with us.
I'm on the board with the VCAR, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you sell houses.
And I sell houses.
You manage the office there too, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I help our broker manage the office, correct.
Okay. How do you have time for anything else?
She has the same hours in her day as Beyonce does.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that brings. So you said you're in the Hueneme Lions. So
Yes.
you're also a lifelong Port Hueneme resident.
I am.
Which I think, and that's, we've kind of been talking a little bit on the show about different areas of Ventura County. And I think Port Hueneme is another one of those areas I think that gets a bit overlooked, or I think, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like I don't hear about it that much. And I'm wondering, what's it like on the ground there? We've seen so many changes in so many communities in Ventura County with LA residents moving in, and there's, and we're having this affordability crisis and everything else. Like, I just picture Hueneme as like, okay, it's military and it's right there by the beach.
Right.
And that's it.
Yes, and I think most people, when I say, "Oh, I live in Hueneme," I say Hueneme, and people look at me, "What?" Port Hueneme, especially if I'm out of the county, and if I'm out of the state, forget it. People ask me to spell it for them.
Of course, yeah.
And
I need to ask you to spell it.
So that's what I say usually. We are Port Hueneme is where we have the Point Mugu and Navy bases, the Port Hueneme Navy bases. Yes.
Right. But have you seen like some other like say Ojai, and we're talking about Fillmore, where the demographics of the community are changing because of the affordability crisis and because of people fleeing LA, needing a more affordable place to live, but then driving out the longtime residents who now can't afford to live there. Are you seeing the same patterns in Hueneme?
I have seen most of the turnover in Hueneme has been people that are selling because they're moving out of state. Most of the people in Hueneme stay in Hueneme until they have to leave. And people coming in are usually from Oxnard or Ventura.
Okay.
Not necessarily from LA, unless they're being transferred from out of state for military.
Right.
But even some military families end up in Camarillo or Ventura.
Sure.
Yeah, the U.S. government is like the number one employer in Ventura County, I believe.
Yes, the Navy bases.
Yeah, you can fact check that, Molly. But yeah, there's good. It's huge.
Yeah,
humongous.
no, absolutely. But then, so it sounds like there hasn't been like the same kind of pushback as I think so. Like the diehard Fillmore Ojai people are like basically cursing all the people who have moved in and ruined our town.
Well, I was one of those people. Maybe about 30 years ago, I would say, no, I don't want anybody coming into Hueneme.
Right.
I don't want anybody to know about my pier. I don't want anybody to know about my beach.
Right.
But, I have evolved and I feel differently. I know that we need change. Everybody needs change. And so Hueneme has been doing a lot in the recent years. Like we now have, for Christmas, the city hall has a tree lighting. We didn't have that for a while. And we also have
the Banana Festival.
The Banana Festival with the port. That's been going on for years.
All right. I wasn't aware of the Banana Festival.
The Beach Festival now also that huge. Has grown tremendously. And we have the Trunk or Treat or the Halloween festival we have at Miranda Park. And we have, for Easter, we have an egg extravaganza for the community. And we have families coming from other cities now.
Oh, nice.
It has grown. We started at Miranda Park, and now we have gone to Bubbling Springs this last year because there were so many kids that come now.
Nice.
But when we look at like the topography of Ventura County, like there's spaces to build in Oxnard. They're working on projects in Oxnard. Obviously, Fillmore had a lot of space to build, and that's why we added all those homes there. Oxnard with River Park added like 5,000 homes. There's no space in Hueneme and there hasn't been for years for development. So it does kind of keep that small beach town community because it is what it is.
Well, it seems like there was a lot of, I know just from, when we're photographing down there, and that's most of my experience being down there is, most of the units we're doing, it's either, obviously there's the beach stuff, but then everything else just seems like it's condos and, high density condos. So it really seems like, and I would imagine you would see that typically around military bases that you would have a bit more high density housing.
There's a ton of those like typical Hueneme homes that are like 1,300 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. They all have the same layout.
Right.
Very few 2-story homes, like all right there.
Yeah. I live across the street from the base and it's a single family home. My street is wide and
right. Yeah. Well, are they, but so with the, what is unique, I guess, about kind of, and I'm assuming you grew up there and everything that you're doing a fair amount of your business in Hueneme as well. Because it is such a military community, how our people do live on the base as well?
Yes,
I assume
there
so.
Is military housing.
But there is, but it seems like the majority don't, or I have actually no idea.
I actually think the majority don't live in Hueneme.
And don't live on base.
And don't live on base. I think because there is also military housing in Camarillo.
Oh, okay.
And I believe a lot of them live there. And when they are going to stay here for a while, they just end up buying, and they buy usually in Oxnard or Ventura or Camarillo. And it's still easy to get here.
Sure. Why is that, do you think?
I think because there aren't many available. Well, I should say there hadn't been many available homes that were going on the market in Hueneme. Now, as of this morning, we have like 50 listings in Hueneme. That's condos and single-family homes. But our range is like 357 up to 975.
Did you say 357?
357.
That seems astonishing to me that anything is.
It's a condo.
I was going to say, is there actually a structure there?
Yes. Hueneme's the most affordable beach community in California.
Yes.
So you can get ocean views. They have beautiful condos right there that have ocean views that are it's super quiet. We talked about this in other beach communities that, Newport Beach is right on the one. Right. Santa Barbara is right on the freeway.
Right.
You have to drive to Hueneme to get down there. So it's a lot more private.
Yeah.
Beautiful beaches. It's a hidden gem. Should we even be talking about this on, to the public? Should we be telling them our secrets?
So as realtors, you're trying to gatekeep?
That's against the rules. We're not doing that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no.
As a Hueneme resident. No.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Well, that is interesting. I mean, and it is, and I think when I think of Port Hueneme, I think it's a pain in the ass to get there. And so that's going to keep people from not being there. And unless there's, if there's no room for more development, so you're not going to have Target move in there. You're not going to have Costco. You're not going to, people are still going to have to, for those type of experiences, going to have to come to Ventura or Camarillo or Thousand Oaks or wherever they're going to go for that.
And older homes, most of the homes and condos are older. We see, on those Ventura Road condos, they need constant upkeep. Their HOAs are really high because they're right by the beach because it's expensive to maintain that building. Yeah. Right. So people that like that new, fresh and sexy are going to go other places.
Yeah, no, because it does seem like it's been built out. Like it's been built out for 40 years. Yeah. Based on all that.
Nothing that's new. So
nothing that's new. That's right.
Who are you seeing? Who is then buying in Hueneme right now? Then so it has to be. I mean, are people like value hunting, finding deals, and then are we going to see a wave of like either flips or people who are buying a house or condo and then just like gutting it and redoing it, and then in a few years they'll probably want to move on to something else. I mean, is that happening a lot?
I think that's happening more often now than it was before. Yes, definitely. But also, yes, the people that I'm seeing coming into Hueneme are from Oxnard and Ventura because the price range there is much higher.
Right.
And it's just down the street.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And when we talk about density bonuses and new projects, a density bonus is going to, not have as big of a yard. It's maybe not going to have it's going to have a garage, but not a driveway. And these older homes in Hueneme, they do have front yards and backyards and driveways.
Right. So what's a density bonus?
So it's a term that city planners use to fit more homes into a designated area. And so maybe things are going to be a little bit closer together. They're going to kind of finagle the lot to fit things.
I mean, I know exactly what that looks like, but that's a term. And then is there actually a bonus?
Yeah.
The bonus is you get another unit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think there's additional, it's higher approval rates through cities when
Right. So they're going to give each project a score, and you get a bonus if it's a lot of density.
You can put more because it's bringing more people in.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
And it's better for the developer too because then they're obviously selling more units.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But people like
I think
space.
We've all seen those like kind of planned communities where you're like, it's all tight here. You're like, I know this isn't condo living, but it seems like condo living.
Yes. Super tight. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's River Park is the prime example, right?
Yep.
And that's why, me, myself, I won't move out of Hueneme unless I'm moving to a completely different county.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you know I grew up in Hueneme too? You learn something about me every day.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that. I know it sounds familiar.
So nobody
I just think I equate you with Oxnard. So,
nobody does know how to say Hueneme. I went to Hueneme High School and we would go places. They don't know. They're like, what are those words? Right. What are those letters that make a word? They have no idea.
Hueneme.
Yeah. But I feel like it's like a lot of my friends that grew up down there, it's like they have their parents' house, their grandparents' houses around the corner. Yeah. And it's a lot like how you talk about Ojai. It's just this really tight-knit community of people that want to stay there.
Yeah, for sure. And the original word was Huenema, Wynema.
Well, so and then what is that word? Where is this Chumash or is
Yes.
it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does it mean?
I have, I don't remember right now.
Okay.
But I do have a whole YouTube.
Actually, if you look up, I know the answer on
Click the
YouTube.
link
I
below.
don't know the answer here. I think Molly's looking it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so according to Google, Port Hueneme pronounced how it's pronounced, like we've been saying on the show, means resting place or halfway in the native Chumash language.
Yes.
Okay. It refers to a coastal city, deep water port in Ventura County, California.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh, in California. Okay. Good.
Yes.
We talked about the Port of Hueneme briefly on one of our previous episodes, but
I know we have so many now. It's hard to remember.
they all merge together. But it is a fun fact about the port. It's like the deepest port between Long Beach and like way up north.
Yes.
Or something.
Yes,
So
it is.
the port brings in a lot of money with bananas and cars. And what else? What else do they bring in? A ton of stuff. Mostly bananas and cars, I think, is kind of there.
It's kind of what they're known for.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like also growing up, I feel like Port Hueneme is what I grew up with military.
Yes.
And fact checking, Katie, what you said earlier. Yeah, Naval Base, Ventura County at Point Mugu is the largest employer in Ventura County with over 16,000 employees, making the federal government the primary job provider in the area. So
I don't even, that doesn't even register to me.
But I feel like
I would have never, like I would have said, oh, agriculture, I would have said, well, and with agriculture, I'm sure agriculture is bigger. There's not just one company that's employing all the
and a
people,
lot of them, like you said, that are maybe not living in Port Hueneme, they're living in Ventura, Camarillo. Their jobs are very high level, engineering, medical, and administrative positions, bringing in between 120,000 to 220,000. So they're able to definitely afford it here. I mean, condos, single family homes.
Yes.
Well, the government has like location adjustments too.
Sure.
For pay.
Yeah.
So you can have affordable,
Right.
you can afford to like live in the town that they've sent you to. Here, fight for our country and we'll pay you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
To live by the beach.
Right. So, Molly and I were just in Canada and we had the lucky opportunity to visit our sponsor, iGuide, in person, their headquarters. And I can say without a doubt, we both walked out of there knowing that we are in love with iGuide. And iGuide is such a great tool for realtors to have access to. And so iGuide basically, we scan the whole property, we make a 3D tour, accurate floor plans, so many elements that you can do. Also, there are site plans where we can actually scan the entire property and get a site plan for where everything on that property is located, where that guest house is, the pool or the trees. Really such fantastic tools that you can use to enhance your listing. And not only is it accurate, it is platform agnostic. You can show iGuides on the MLS. They show up on Zillow. They show up on homes.com. Not every other 3D tour can say that without a doubt. So if you want more information, check it out at upmarket.media/iGuide. In your work as a realtor, then, is there a temptation to focus on military family? I mean, I'm sure there's people who are, focusing on that, that's their farm is like the military. I mean, is that?
I do tend to work with a lot of military families because I know so many people in Hueneme and I work mostly off referrals. And they will say, hey, I have somebody moving in because they're going to be working at base. And so they'll, even if they don't end up buying in Hueneme,
right.
Well,
you obviously cover.
Exactly.
You can help them anywhere they need, right?
Yeah.
Well, but then is there when you are working with military families, in my mind, there's going to be a lot of turnover there. That their stints are going to be 3 years and then they're out. And I'm sure it varies from 6 months to 20 years. But do you see a higher turnover rate? Is that what you call it? A higher,
Yes. No, actually, I've seen most of the ones that I have helped end up staying here at least 10 years.
Right.
Yeah. And then they move and either they rent it in case they decide to come back after that next assignment because most of them fall in love with Ventura County.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great place to live. Yeah, my dad was stationed here for 20 years.
Right.
So he didn't have to move around a lot. We didn't have to move around a lot, which was nice.
Right. Yeah, because you just hear military family. It's like, I
Yes.
was just
Automatically 3
I grew
years
up. I
now.
grew up an
Yeah.
Army brat, and I was
Yeah.
So
I mean, we were talking. We had somebody, another realtor that focuses on the beach in Oxnard, and we were talking about like the beach community. I feel like the beaches in Hueneme it's not like a beach lifestyle. You don't go and see like packed beaches on the weekends. It's just kind of like people take walks here and there. There's fishermen.
And I feel like that has changed over the years, because I remember when I was a little girl, 10 years ago, we would walk to the beach, during summer all the time. We would walk to the beach. My mom would take us, and, it would be my aunts and my cousins, because most of my family grew up here in Hueneme too. So there were a lot of people on the beach, and we had a bunch of surfers, which I hardly ever see now. So
water's cold.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and maybe the breaks are better in other places.
Yeah,
but what? So which beaches are Hueneme? So Silver Strand, Hollywood.
I think just Hueneme Beach.
Just Port Hueneme Beach.
Just Port Hueneme Beach.
Mm-hmm. Ventura Road all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well.
You can walk the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry.
And see the pier.
Sorry to lump those in with Hueneme.
They're on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's pretty close, but just having to go around the base, it's big. I mean, you can Molly can look up and see how many acres the base is, but it's
you
humongous.
don't have to look that up. Yeah. It is
doesn't
giant.
affect
it is
you.
giant.
Yeah.
No, I know, because we're always trying to fly drones down there, and like guess what? You cannot fly a drone over the Navy base. Not allowed.
That's true.
Surprise,
Yes,
surprise.
very true.
Yes.
It's like really like you try and the drone just stops. Yeah, not that we would ever try. We have never tried.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah, they all get geofenced, so it just will not even let you. And obviously, we're not gonna do that.
Geofenced. So that's a new word. I've never heard that.
Well, welcome to the brave new world.
Yeah.
So did you just come back from Sacramento for legislative stuff with Women's Council?
I did not go to Sacramento this year, but I did have a vacation already planned. So before Sacramento happened or was scheduled, but I will be going to DC next month for Women's Council.
That's amazing.
Well, so you're president of Women's Council.
Yes.
Okay. What's the deal with that?
So Women's Council is, a lot of people hear, Women's Council is a networking thing, but it's not really. They really concentrate and help you grow as a leader.
Okay.
Right? All the conferences we go to have trainings about, becoming a better leader, a better realtor, a better community person. So it is an all-encompassing position, I guess. I could say it's volunteer.
Right.
But yeah, I've enjoyed that a lot, because we do network, of course. When we go to these conferences, we get to meet people from other counties, other states. So I get to have more connections throughout the states. And when I do have people, I have had referrals come from Women's Council from other states of people that are moving to the county.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Well, then what is like the individual chapter Women's Council? Because I went to an event a few weeks ago, and it was great. It was
the top producer.
Yeah, the top producer event.
Oh, yeah.
And like, actually and sometimes I go to these realtor events and I'm not a realtor and I'm like, kill me now. But like, that was actually, it was interesting. I thought, the panel was really good. And there was, I think, applicable stuff that was said that it wasn't just for real estate,
So do you, when you're out networking at these events, especially out of the area, do you tell people that you live like 1 mile from the beach, and are they very impressed?
Yes. Wow, how can you afford to live on the beach?
You're like,
I'm barely holding on.
I'm in Port Hueneme. Tell me if you can spell it.
Yeah. Can you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. People do seem surprised at, just Port Hueneme in general, because most people have never heard of Port Hueneme.
Sure, of course, yeah.
So,
no, I had never heard of it until I moved down here. And then,
Hueneme is an easy sell for me, even though it's far. Like, it's far from the freeway, it's far from Target, but it's really safe. They have their own police department. It's so small that everyone kind of knows everyone's business, similar to Ojai. So it's safe, and people are really happy there.
Yes.
I find a lot of longevity in Hueneme.
That's for sure. Yeah, and I think people forget, even people in Oxnard, when they start searching for properties, they forget about Hueneme.
It's like, add Port Hueneme to your list.
And I always say, hey, do you want to add Port Hueneme? Oh, I never thought about that.
Right.
Yeah, people forget.
I do the same thing when people are looking at Ventura. I'm like, do you want to add Santa Paula? Because it sounds far, but it's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's just, it adds an extra 5-10 minutes, and, but that's not the end of the world.
No.
Nope.
So Claudia, if we have not really spent much time in Port Hueneme, what should we do when we're there? And we go to the beach we go to the beach.
Go to the beach. There's also a really great coffee place and a cappuccino.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. And they have sandwiches too,
They
right?
have sandwiches.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
So
I love sandwiches. I don't like coffee, but I enjoy sandwiches.
Okay, yeah. Bagels and sandwiches. Yeah. And, it's a small family business that's been around forever. And so, I love going over there and supporting them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a Mexican restaurant, Antonio's on Ventura Road. Also Ventura and Hueneme. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, and the Allen's Liquor has sold like a handful of winning lotto tickets. That's
well,
what
there you go.
There you go.
I'm going to make the trek now.
Whenever I buy lotto tickets, I usually get them for like broker tour and events and stuff like that. I'll make a point to go get it from Allen's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I haven't won yet.
That's a smart move.
I have not won yet.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't. That's crazy.
But people have.
With that foolproof plan, I would have thought you would have won by now. But no.
I wonder what the most expensive house in Hueneme is. I feel like there's not kind of this divide of like $1 million homes with views and then condos. I feel like everything's a pretty level playing field there. Do you agree?
Yes. And it's usually between 6 and 7. 7. But today.
Right on trend.
Right on trend.
Oh,
right?
No. You are not on trend. That
one's going to go viral.
Okay, boomer.
But, as of this morning, the highest priced listing in Hueneme is $975.
Yeah, I wonder if anything's broke $1 million down there. Probably a couple times, but it's not like...
Yes, but there was, I know that there was one that sold, but it was a custom built home. Yes.
Yeah, and then I've sold some of those down right by the base that have, they're newer. They're built 14.
Right.
And they have the additional unit over the garage.
Yes.
Which is great.
ADU.
Yep, you can rent it out. You can have your in-laws live there, whatever you need. My clients had a military gentleman living there. And it was great because he was only there half the time.
Hey, we're very pro ADU on this show, right?
Yes.
Because we are very much...
Which is also a density bonus.
Density bonus, and it helps with affordability. I mean, it's a win-win-win-win.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
win-win-win-win.
All right, let's end on the wins. Claudia, thank you very much for talking with us. We appreciate it, of course. And then Katie, thank you for showing up again. I know you've been battling some illness, and you pulled through today like the champ you are. Molly, thanks to you, of course, looking up stuff on the fly. What would we do without you? And my Canadian travel buddy. And thank you, of course, to everyone who is watching, listening. Claudia, where do we find you on Instagram?
On Instagram, Claudia Navarro Real Estate.
Okay, good. Glad you know it.
Yeah.
And then Katie Connolly Realtor, Reed Fish LYSM, and we are of course upmarket.media across all social media. If you want to follow us, see updates about this show and all the other stuff that we are working on. So, but until then, until next time, thank you everyone for listening and watching.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Real VC is a production of Upmarket Media. This episode was produced by Molly Peart and edited by Tessa Nelson. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.